a man named Euhemerus stands up and says something that should get him laughed out of the room. Zeus was not a god. Zeus was a king, a real one, a conqueror who ruled Crete, died, and was buried like anyone else, except his subjects were so grateful or so afraid that they wrote him into the sky instead. Beat. This wasn't a fringe idea. Euhemerus wrote it down in a text called the Sacred History, and it became influential enough that we still use his name for the whole method, Euhemerism, the theory that every myth is just history, with the volume turned up. And here's where it gets strange. Crete didn't just tolerate this theory. Crete agreed with it. They pointed to Zeus's actual tomb on Mount Ida, a grave for an immortal. Every other Greek city found that scandalous. A god who could die was a contradiction in terms, which is probably where we get one of philosophy's oldest self-eating sentences, a Cretan philosopher named Epimenides declaring that all Cretans are liars. Say that slowly. If he's telling the truth, he's lying. If he's lying, maybe the grave really is real. Now, the Greeks didn't only theorize Zeus into history, they used him as infrastructure. At Olympia, athletes swore oaths before a statue called Zeus Horkios, Zeus of Oaths, and cheating carried real financial penalties. Fines were melted into bronze statues lining the road into the stadium, so every future competitor walked past physical proof. Lie, and you become a warning sign. Slower. That's not metaphor, that's civic law, notarized with a god's name. It went further up the ladder too. Spartan kings, Macedonian kings, Alexander the Great's own family. An actual documented lineage, traced link by link back to Zeus. Not a compliment, a genealogical record. And at Dodona, Greece's oldest oracle, priests listened to oak leaves rustling in the wind and called it Zeus speaking. City-states didn't treat that as poetry, they made war decisions on it. Beat, landing the theme. So somewhere between a grave on Crete, a row of bronze cheetahs, a king's family tree and a talking oak tree, Zeus stopped being only myth. He became a category error, half god, half historical record, and nobody at the time seemed bothered holding both at once.